Welcome to Tips Tuesday. We are Tessa and Laura here for you on Tips Tuesday live on Facebook, YouTube. Oh, we're going to go to YouTube too. And and it's so exciting to be here with you. Thanks for being here, Tess.
Thank you. I love these tips.
Yeah, and so we're going to talk about some tips today for social media management. Now, I often get a lot of questions about that, about from people, from clients. They'll say to me, "Oh my goodness."
Uh-oh. We lost Laura. Hopefully she's coming back. Oh, how funny. Well,
Sorry.
I'm like, I'll take over, but
I'm back. She's back.
oh my gosh.
I love testing these tools. So I was doing something to change a setting, and then it didn't like what I did. So it bleeped me out, and it should be very interesting what happens on the recording, but I hope it just was like I disappeared and I came back, which was
Yep, it just you disappeared.
fun.
That's
Kind
it.
of fun. But anyway, like I said, we're doing Tips Tuesday, cool tools for social media management. And I don't know about you, Tess, but we get this all the time. I get emails from former clients, from prospective clients, from friends. What are you using to manage your social media? Like, how are you posting? Are you using a Hootsuite? Are you using Buffer? Is there some cool new tool out there? And the answer is yes to all of that.
Right?
And
There's lots.
we have all kinds of tools that we're going to talk to you about today. Cool tools for Tips Tuesday, marketing demystified. So, where should we start? Which tool should we start with, Tess?
I have Agora up. So do you want to go with that one first?
Okay. Well, yes, the big kahuna, the one is a good one. But you know what? Maybe actually we should talk about the other one, all the ones we're talking about today. So Agora Pulse, some of you may have heard about. It's an industry leader. There are so many out there. We're not going to cover all of them. But at some point I will be posting here on Transform Today a list. I have a more extensive list of many social media tools. Some we'll talk about today, some that are not even on here. We're going to be talking about some of the latest tools that we found out there and give you some insider tips. So you've all heard of Hootsuite, yeah?
Yep. It's been around for a long time.
I think that was one of the very, very first. I got in on that at their very first introductory, or maybe their second introductory price. It was early on. It's been a workhorse for me and my team. And, I've stuck with it because I'm at that very early rate and it makes sense just to stay there. Hootsuite. It's gotten a little slow for me though. It used to be really fast, but I found the interface slowed down just a little bit or got a little glitchy, but it's still tried and true and still works pretty well. Oh, and I would actually recommend it, and here's why. One of the things that it and Agora Pulse got in on, they got grandfathered. Both of them actually got grandfathered in what? In Instagram.
Instagram, posting to Instagram without having to send it to your phone.
Right. A lot of these tools, they're like, oh yeah, well, Instagram hasn't opened up their API in quite a while, which is true, to do the direct from desktop pre-scheduled to Instagram. There's only a very few tools out there that currently do that. And two of them are Hootsuite and Agora Pulse. Hootsuite, I think, I haven't checked the pricing lately, but is a little less than Agora Pulse. Okay. Right. So those are our kind of, that just shoots those two up to the top for me, because if you don't have an easy way to go to Instagram, then you're missing out on Instagram, right? So, and feel free, if you have a special tool you want us to check out and report back on, let us know here. We are definitely not a comprehensive list today. We're just doing some top tools and some new tools. So let's talk about two new tools, kind of like, well, they're only at the bottom of the list because we don't know them. They're not really bad or anything. So one that, and maybe you want, I don't know if you want to share your screen at all, but
sure.
I found out about the social media marketing world. Shout out to Arjun Rai for Hello Woofy. Hello Woofy, woof woof. It's a really cute interface. And their claim to fame on this one is they will pre-select for you stock images, if or give you a selection of stock images when you type in. It has artificial intelligence. So AI is built into Hello Woofy. It's a brand new one. They've gotten some new new funding to keep development in their AI. They have the ability to add emojis that they recommend to you, and it's a really cute interface. So you can see it here, that you could do. And they have a Chrome extension, which is real fun to use. They've got calendar campaigning, and they help you stay compliant also within like Twitter's rules of no reposting duplicate content. So they really are working with the social networks to bring out a really quality thing. And that's how easy the interface is. It's a nice, updated, modern, easy interface. Hey, Lindsay, great to see you. So
I love that it does the like you said, AI learning. It's trying to fill in for you. So it makes filling in your information really quick and easy. And you can just hit tab to go with the next word that's there. And it's got the numbers. I don't have anything selected right now.
It shows as you were typing, it was changing the emojis at the bottom that you could pre-select. It also recommends hashtags because hashtags get a lot of engagement. So, and they are coming back into the forefront of people's minds with, the movements that are going on right now. So,
yeah. Well, I know that they just made an announcement that Facebook was actually respecting or utilizing the hashtags a little bit more now. So
yeah.
Yes. So I know I watched Mari Smith's recent presentation on that and just talking about it. So the nice thing is it is recommending the hashtags. And as you saw, I just started to type social media and the icon, the emojis changed.
Right.
So, and you can add your photos from here. I think it's a really fast interface to me to be able to quickly go, and this will actually fetch quotes if you put in a URL. So it'll go find quotes for you. And there's tons of features I haven't even tapped into them, but I love the interface personally. And so many clients want the emojis a lot.
Right. Because they also get more engagement, so and catch people's attention. So that's a really fun way. And thank you guys for the love. Thanks for being here, Bethany and Lindsay, and who else is here? Lindsay.
I can't see him. It's so weird. I see Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, maybe hashtag live if you're watching live with us, so we know you're here.
That's great. Perfect idea. So that's one. Hello Woofy. It's a new one. I'll put the link in later on where you can get that. For us, I think with our link, you get a little bit of a perk. We do get a referral for that, so we can definitely put that in there. And then
I think the other thing to do that I wanted to mention on this one is the hashtag playlist, because it's really common to have a set of hashtags that you want to save. So, for different needs, if you will. I like that ability, and a lot of you have the capability to copy and paste or maybe even set them up, but this makes a nice little playlist that you can find easily from your post.
And so if you do the hashtag playlist, aren't you getting everybody's playlist, or how do you segregate out yours?
It's actually, you just name it and then you add the hashtags.
And you name what? I'm sorry.
You put in, let's say, social media. Okay, so we're going to put social media in. And then you just add all, you know what I mean?
So you have your own hashtag.
Yeah, so
Hello Woofy. Woohoo!
Exactly. So you're putting in what you like to commonly use, and then it takes that into consideration when you're doing your posts. It's recommending the ones that you want. So if it's a brand one, that's not going to come up in the system. It's not going to think of doing it, but it's your brand. So you want to tag, transform today, then hashtag transform today in here. And then it makes that suggestion easy from your content suggestions.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool because there are so many times, especially, and this is one that you have to go to your text to remind you to go post from your app to Instagram. But hey, if it puts in the hashtags, that's one less step. That's really cool if you have a hashtag playlist. That is so neato. I like
Mhm.
it. I
Yeah,
am liking
I think
it.
you mentioned there were some things in the content to the library that you can create. There's a lot of suggestions for images that you can do. You can create graphics in here, which I thought was kind of cool. And you can import content in as well. And then they have the calendar view, so you can see what's coming up.
It's pretty robust for a brand new tool, and it's really reasonable. Last I checked, they had a lifetime deal. Let me see if I can get you my
Well, this
lifetime
is the, yeah, so it's saying this one, but I might be on
or a
yours.
lifetime, not a lifetime one time, but a lifetime rate. Yeah. So there is a hey, Vivica and Sam and Michael Ryan. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
So if you want to check it out, there it is. I just put it in the chat for you. Even though, okay, so and it has this really cool calendar, and yeah, Sam, it's a new one, so check it out. I think I put it in the. Hopefully, the link came
Yeah,
through.
I see the link. I see
Okay,
it.
good. So we have Hootsuite we talked about, which is the old tried and true, a little bit slower
Mhm.
these days, but it does go to Instagram. We have Hello Woofy, which has all the AI in it, which is really cool. The Instagram is not the API direct, but you can create a hashtag library, which is really cool. You can get it all set up, and then you use the text and then go into the app to send it out. They'll remind you when you wanted it to be scheduled for.
Mhm.
So we have a couple more we're going to talk about. I think we should talk about Agora Pulse, which is the big, if you're serious about social media and you're willing to invest in it, Agora Pulse is probably at the top of the line for a number of reasons. It has the old grandfathered Instagram. It has incredible analytics. We haven't checked out the analytics in Hello Woofy, but I think it's probably pretty good too. Um, and it has a really nice interface. You can use the um, the hashtag and all that. So why don't you share a little bit about Agora Pulse, because I know you are big time in it.
Yeah. We use this. This is our number one social media tool. So it is by far the most, I don't, comprehensive, I would say, as far as being able to listen, to study people as influencers, and be able to post. So
Mm.
calendar, like, I'm trying to see if I can get a good example of a calendar for you guys, but I can see anything that's going up for Facebook. I can check off and see LinkedIn as well as Twitter all on one. So if you're trying to move your data around and say post, spread things out, you can actually push things, just drag and drop the item to a different one if you wanted to change your schedule. So I find that really helpful for big picture, because we are posting so many things in so many different places. So that's really helpful just in the posting alone. So if you look at one of the posts, though, there's a lot of information. This one's already a published one, so I can actually see and look back at what I was doing before. Let's go with one of these that is not done yet. So it's going to pull up. I see the full preview, which is not always the case in the publishing platforms. Sometimes you just get a little crop image. You don't see what it's going to actually look like. So you can adjust in here, and it's going to adjust on the preview side. So it's 100% close, I would say, like, not the mobile version, but it is what you're going to see. And you can decide if you want to have links or videos. Hashtags are available in here, so we can search. I also here have sets of tags that are already set up that I can go to quickly. So again, want everything to be fast, right? So then, and the emojis, same thing. You can get at them quickly from here, and then you can actually publish now, or you can schedule it in for a specific time. Or the reason why we're in Agora Pulse is because we have clients that may want to review something before it goes out, and so you can assign for approval. So there's an approval structure you can implement where someone has to go in and approve those posts before they can go out, and it gives an extra layer of second eyes on it to make sure that there's no spelling errors or whatnot. And that's huge when you're when you're producing a lot of content.
We have a question coming on from Vivica. At agency level, can you bring in clients, marketing point person I collab with? Yes, right? As a
Yes.
user with
Yep.
limited access to their own profiles. Absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And we have them categorized in folders. So these two clients have access, the people that are in those companies have access to only their profiles inside Agora and can do the same things that we can, or we can limit them and say they can only approve, they can't change or something to that extent.
Right. And it
Yes.
is a little bit of funky spelling. It's Agora. It's kind of just like it sounds. Agora
Mhm.
Pulse, Agora Pulse actually, and I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah. Perfect.
Shout
Yeah.
out, tell them we sent you from Laura at Social Buzz Club.
Definitely.
And
And then when it does push to Instagram, you can schedule directly out. They did just recently add where you can do video out from Instagram, which is totally exciting. But the biggest thing to me, there's no content calendar. What Woofy has where you can search the content. That's not as much
content
a
library.
part. Yeah, the content library is not as much a part of Agora Pulse. It's more like you're going to have unique content for each one of them. But the listening is probably the biggest thing. And that's being able to hear what people are saying about your brand and being able to find comments and review them quickly. So, for example, we have some comments that came in. Some have been assigned to me because there's a reason why that comment needs a follow up or something specific, like they're talking about one specific person or something. The rest might just be, hey, great show, and we can like and review from here to clear out our inbox for the comments. And that also goes in for anything that they're saying, in this case Idea Pros, out on the internet. So if they say Idea Pros somewhere else, it's not on our profile, then we can hear and we'll see it in here.
Yeah, it's
Which is
nice.
awesome.
And so when people ask me, what do you recommend in terms of a social media management tool? It's like, it depends. Do you want listening? Is that how important is it to interact and engage at real time with people across the web and your social networks? Then you can do that really simply from Agora Pulse. And what's your budget? And who's going to be doing this for you? So you need to have a certain list of criteria of what do you really want your social media management tool to do for you, for your client, if you're an agency, for your brand, if you're yourself, and how much are you willing to invest to do that? Because Agora Pulse is kind of top of the line there. There's Falcon.io that was at Social Media Marketing World. I haven't even gotten into that one yet, but I hear they're like analytics to the max. You need analytics, you got Falcon.io. That's what I hear their claim to fame is. Then there's other tools out there. I've got one on my screen here called Publer.io. And I haven't even set it up yet. It's so new for me, so they're constantly coming out with new ones. And I like to kind of kick the tires, but here's something kind of cool about this one is they're actually setting it up for you. Or walking you through a setup here. They got some, make it easy. So the screen tips and the walkthroughs so if I want to add a Twitter account, I can just go to Twitter and it's going to automatically follow them, and I can authorize the app, and boom, it was done. I didn't have to do like hardly anything here, so it's kind of cool. And it's simply click the social account that you want to add, so that makes it super easy, right? And so now, click the account. So now it's adding it.
It
Boom.
wants to authorize it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I may have stopped the little training thing, but that, and then you go back to your accounts, and I could add more accounts, and they have Instagram, but again, it is that text to message thing. And I believe they have the Google My Business ability to post to Google My Business from here. So that's kind of a cool thing. And Pinterest as well, which we don't want to forget these really tried and true Social
Right.
network, right?
They're more
Pinterest drives a lot of traffic, and it's where you
Pinterest is
collect things,
big.
right? Yeah, Pinterest is great. So, if you have the right brand, and there's a lot of right brands for it, and of course, we're always available. Transformtoday.com. If you want to talk to me about your brand and what tool would be best, message me there, and we'll set something up. And I'm helping a lot of people get set up with their social media these days. So it's really fun. Do we have any other tools we want to share about?
Nope, I think that's it. I mean, we
Oh, well,
didn't get
there's
to talk about the influencer from Agora, but that was the only thing we didn't get to say.
which one?
The influencer side. So when you have followers over in Agora Pulse, you can actually see who's engaging, and you can mark them as favorites. And that way you're keeping, you guys all know the algorithms the more you engage with people, especially on Instagram, the more you're going to be seen. So when you know who your top performers are, you can go engage with them, share with them, tag them. But this just gives you who they are. So when there is a post, it actually labels them so that you can see them over in the comments area, and it kind of brings your attention to them so they don't get drowned out. They're the ones that are your influencers, or your main core tribe, if you will, the people that are going to really push for you. So that's helpful. I have not seen any system that does that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's a way to keep
And
track
it
of
tells
people.
you how many things they're doing. So you can clearly see Sean Reed is an extra engaged follower, but you can see, how much they're doing for you, and reward them accordingly.
Yeah. Then there's the tried and true buffer. We
Oh
haven't
yeah,
talked about
buffer.
buffer's a good one, and it's been around. I actually in the beginning, and I think it just got mad at me or something. It
Oh,
didn't work from my Chrome or something. It just never, there was a glitch that it never got over that in the first couple of 3, 4, 5 years for me, but I understand people love it. So I never actually was able to use it beyond a very limited capability, but it's probably the simplest tool out there, I would, from my
yeah,
limited
yeah.
use of it.
Yeah, the only thing I can say about Buffer is that it's really designed for buckets. So it's designed to put things in and say, I'm going to have this content go out every Tuesday. So you just go find things on the internet, pop it into a bucket, and it's going to distribute it at that time where you want it to go out. So I think that if you are just massively stalking it, then you're getting yourself, you're batching as you're exploring the internet, which is nice.
And so there are several other tools that just came to mind. Meet Edgar,
Oh
Smarter
yes,
Q.
that one's similar.
Yeah,
That
Smarter
one's
Q and,
the reposting
and
or
Recur Post.
evergreen. Mm-hmm.
Recur Post. And you do have to be careful that you're not recurring more than every 60 days with Recur Post to Twitter. I don't know how they're getting around the Twitter. They don't want duplicate content out there. So be sure we can do a whole nother live stream on what are the limitations of posting recurring content. But here's the thing, people. Newer content, authentic content, less stock photos, more real live streams or live photos are going to get you more engagement. Like you're here now. Thank you, Viveka. Thanks, Michael P. Ryan, for giving us. You guys are interacting, and it's because we're here authentically giving you something new. So Recur Post is for the lazy marketer or the
True.
one who doesn't have much time to put into their social media or the budget. But it's worth considering putting a budget into it, because if you do it right, you'll have like loyal fans, like you just saw on Tessa's screen, for life, right? Who will take off. There'll be a time when they'll be doing your marketing with you as well. So great, Sarah. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Sarah's awesome. So we really appreciate you being here. We come back every Tuesday with another tip, and we're going to be talking. What are we talking next time?
CRM, I think, but let me just
Oh
check.
yes! Oh my gosh, we have. I think it's
Let's see.
Agora. Yeah. So happen to see this stalking from you. Thanks, Alan. Great to see you, Mr. Social Media himself. So there you go. Awesome. Thank you all for being here, and we are excited to be doing your Tips Tuesday. once again. So social media management tools, obviously a hot topic here.
Right.
Anybody have questions? If you would like, for those of you who are staying on, if you would like my list where I analyze, I did it about a year ago, so it doesn't have some of the new ones I talked about today, but it has a bunch. If you want my list, email me at Laura do it at Social Buzz Club, Laura at socialbuzzclub.com. Say social media management list in the subject. I don't have an opt-in for this, but I just thought I'd offer you my list. It's a Google spreadsheet. You can see I compared all the features and the pricing at the time. Don't quote me on current pricing. So if you want it, email me at Laura at socialbuzzclub.com. So thank you so much, Sandra. Great to see you. And always fun to play here with y'all. And actually, I'll type that in here so that those of you who can see, who are on the right feeds, can see this. That's my, well, I don't know if I should put that out in writing. I'm not going to put it out in writing, but Laura at socialbuzzclub.com is where you can get me. It's here, or Laura at Transform Today. Either one comes to the same place. I will get that to you, the list of social media management tools. There are several. There are a lot that I didn't even mention. But if you're in the process of figuring out what's going to work best for you, you want to know your criteria and what's most important. Is it ease of use? Is it analytics? Is it team? What is it? What do you need? Engagement, listening. So there you go. Now, there you have it. Any final words, Tess?
No, I think just keep at it. That's social media. You have to just keep doing it. And it does get a little overwhelming, but if you keep trudging through, then it's gonna pay off. It just takes time.
It does. All right. Thanks. See you on social.